Vidya, go ahead.
Jaykumarji, can I? Yes. Namaste. Um,
Namaste.
I missed the fourth, part of Atma that you said. This is, of course, the so-called four parts of Atma. So you said Ananda book is the third part that represents the Sushupta Sthanaha, and this is pure experience of Ananda. And then the fourth one is said Atma connects all these three states, and that is what is to be known. So, what was the technical term that you said for that?
A technical term was Turiyam.
Sorry.
So Mandukya uses the word Turiyam. But Turiyam actually means fourth.
Mm.
It is Turiyam. It is a word that you and I don't use on a normal basis. Okay. So it
Yeah.
appears like a new word,
Yeah.
but it actually means fourth. Turiyam means
Uh-huh.
Chaturtham.
Mm-hmm.
Chaturtham manyante sa atma. So the fourth part is Atma, really speaking. That's what Mandukya is saying. That means what? The first part, when I said Atma, it is not the real Atma. It is some Atma. But I'm trying to get you. In case you are thinking Atma is an object which has attributes, no. That fourth part that I'm talking about, by I quietly got you to think about the entire universe by saying Ma and all that. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, waking state is gone. Then this dream state is gone, and then deep sleep state is gone. Then I'm left with nothing. They don't say I'm left with nothing.
Mm.
What is left? You are left with what? It's called Atma, which is Adresham, Akrakyam, Agotram, Avarnam, Achakshushotram, Tadapani Padam, Nityam Vibhums, Sarvagatam, Tadabhyayam, Bhutayonim. That is what you're left with, and you're left with Brahma. Not that Brahma was not there before, it is there then also, it is there now also. So that Nirguna Vastu is called Atma, Turiyam, Chaturtham. Oh, sorry.
Guruji, is there any connection with the word Shushupti in this context?
Yeah, so Shukti is the third part. Shukti is deep sleep
Oh,
state.
third part. Okay, got it. Okay.
Jagrad Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupti Avastha.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, Jaykumarji, briefly, I have heard Puja Swamiji also say that Om should be chanted only for the three matras. Yes, Om, like that. Not like the extended Om that you see in some yoga classes, and even Chinmaya Mission, unfortunately, does that.
See what happened. Yeah, three mantras is the length of Om. So, Om. That is three mantras. Three mantras is the length of the duration of the chanting of Om. Okay, that is three mantras. Three mantras does not mean three times you chant. No, it's not times. It is the length of the duration of the chant. Yeah, that happened because of. I won't say Chinmaya mission is this thing. It has happened because it has become so prevalent, and the yoga schools and all that have. It is they want to settle down, and I was also part of the class, and they were settling down, and then it's very calming and soothing, and at the end that to shavasana, everybody is in savasana also, so everybody just wants to just have the session should end, and it's nice to listen to this. Oh, and you just relax, and then you're supposed to be like a dead body also. And so this has become very popular. Means popular, it is unshakable. So that is why, and I think all ashrams, even the ashrams who know, what can you do? What can Swami they say? See, our Swami won't say you should not and all. He will not give edicts like this.
Yeah, that is
He
true.
will not.
Yeah, I
That
should
is
go and
another
say
guilt.
the Chinmaya
That's another
Swami.
guilt, because then if they're chanting Om, then they'll see, oh, Swamiji told me it's not like this. So now that whatever little effect that Om has, that also goes away now. So we don't do that. We said, okay, do what you're doing, understanding the Shastra, the background of the Shastra. And slowly it will do its job, not a problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vaidyaji. Bhagya, then Pavitra.
Jaykumarji, I had a question about the same thing, the Chatushpat meaning you gave. So the three parts are Bahishprajna, or Jagrat Avastha, Swapnasthana, and Sushuptasthana. And you said Ananda is, you referred to it as part of the Sushuptasthana, right? But should it be part of the fourth Turiyam instead? Because Satchidananda we always relate to Atma, right?
Right. So the question is this. We said Bahishprajnaha Jagarita Sthanaha. That is the word that was used.
Yeah.
Then I think Swapnasthanaha was used for the second state.
Antaprajna.
And then Antaprajnaha, correct. Then third sthana is this deep sleep state, Sushupti Avastha. Sushupti Sthana, I think that word is used.
Yeah.
And then Ananda Bhuk, that word is used. That person is called Ananda Bhuk. Question is, why not use Ananda Bhuk for the fourth state? Because Atma is Satchidananda.
Yeah.
Why Upanishad is saying Ananda Bhuk for the third state, not the fourth state? That is the question. See, the answer is simple. Answer is like this. Bhuk means bhokta. Ananda Bhuk is the experiencer of happiness. So that Ananda is referring to the experiential happiness, which is an object. But what about the Ananda, which is my nature? That you can't say is Ananda Bhuk. Experiential Ananda and Swarupa Ananda are two different things.
Okay.
Experiential Ananda is caused by Swarupananda. Swarupananda is there whether or not there is experiential Ananda. Therefore, Ananda Bhuk, pure experience of Ananda, is given to that Sushupti Avastha, third stage. Or third part.
Book, and then the fourth Turiyam is Swarupananda. Then.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you,
Correct. Yeah. Pavitra, go ahead.
Namaste, Acharya. My question is about Om. When can we write it as O Im Om like that? Because you said it's a symbol. In that case, should it be written like that, or should it be called by its name Pranava like that? How should we write?
So, how should this sound Om be written? That is the question. It can be written in any way. See, in English, they say OM. OM, English, because English people can't read our symbols. And so, even our own children who are studying, they don't know all these Indian languages. So, for them, you have to write OM only. There's no other way of writing. You and I can have 2-3 ways of doing it, but they can only understand OM. So, okay, let it be OM. Or if you have to say Okaraha and Makaraha, that is also fine. Or if you want to say the symbol Om, that Ukara symbol is there, that also is fine. It's a sound symbol. Therefore, how you represent it is for our own convenience. It's our own convenience. And so that can be anything, really speaking. The Shastram doesn't say anything about this. If there is a pramanam, then we say, oh, that's a pramanam, we should say. But see, what does Krishna say? How is it written in the Bhagavad Gita? How is it written? Om Tat Saditi Nirdeshaha. How is it written? Om. Okara is there, Makara is there. You won't have that symbol O and all will not be there.
I didn't think of that. Okay, Acharya. Dhanyavad.
All right. Good. Yeah, Prasanna, go ahead.
Guruji, when you were explaining this, you used three terms for Vishwaha, Tejaha, and something else for Akara, Ukara, and Makara. Would you mind repeating that one more time?
Yes, those are technical words we use in the Shastram. So, 3 states of experience we understand very well. The waking state, then there is the dream state and a corresponding dream world, and the Sushupti, state of deep sleep, thoughtless sleep. All right. So now, just like we have given ourselves names, so many names are there. We are also called by so many names. Father is calling me something, mother is calling me something, friend is calling me some other name. They have some cute names like that. So, like this, we have all these names. But person is the same. Like that, the name that is given by the Shastram during the time when I am awake is called Vishwaha. Vishwaha, because he's aware of the whole Vishwam. Then dream state, same person only, but now dreaming, unaware of Vishwam, completely unaware of Vishwam, but created another world inside. And that guy has a different name now, different role he's playing, and he or she, and that is called Taijasaha. Taijasaha is technical name. And then same thing now, deep sleep, given name is given, a different name is given, and that name is called Pragyaha. Prajnaha. Then we will say, what is Atma? Atma is neither Vishwaha and neither Taijasaha nor Prajnaha. And that is what Mandukya says. Turiyam Chaturtham.
Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah, good. So we will. Anandamide is a endocannabinoid, that is a neurotransmitter that influences mood, appetite. All right. So there you go. Anandamide. Good. Pause with that. Continue.
Kumarji, one other thing I wanted to ask you. Some people also in English, they write Om as AUM. You've probably seen that, right? That's probably not as correct as OM, in my opinion. What do you think?
Right. So when A and U combine in Sanskrit, it becomes O. O is a diphthong and it's one letter. It's one letter. It's part of the aksharam. A, I, U, A, I, O, Au. O is one letter, one aksharam it is. Even though A plus U also gives O, O itself is one letter. It is aksharam. Akshara means naksharati iti akshara. You can't reduce that letter any further. That is what is the meaning of akshara. Not possible. Therefore, we have no right to split O into A and U. Unless it is sandhi, two words are joining, then it becomes O. And you split the sandhi, and then they're two separate, because they belong to two separate words, two letters belonging to two separate words, which join in the sentence or samasa, and therefore we say O. That is different. But the letter O can't be split like that. And in Om, it is not a sandhi. It is a part of a word. It is not two words that are joining to form Om. And therefore, we cannot split that one letter into two halves. It's not possible. We don't do it at all. And so this AUM spelling is very awkward for us. It's very awkward. We don't. And it gives, we should say, then it'll say, ow. It encourages me to chant, ow. And that is not the sound anyway. Om is not the sound. What is Om? That's it. So it gives a wrong message sometimes. So I think we have to be careful. We should not use it ideally. Agya.
Just a comment, Jay Kumarji, that last thing you said about how every word excludes all other things. Just the thought that this culture came up with that genius thought of something that represents everything, right? Instead of words that represent, just one thing. That itself is like, I don't know, it just blew my mind that, we realize that that Om is something that represents everything, and nobody ever thought of that. No other culture or language thought of expressing that. That's
Correct. It's a good observation. Good observation. Yeah, go ahead.
Guruji, when you explain the linguistic meaning deriving from the root, you said out plus man pratyaya, there you did the sandhi to make O. A plus
Yeah,
U.
correct. There it comes.
So then
There it comes.
why can't it be Auma?
No, it can't be because it forms one word. The sandhi, which is part of a word, cannot be split. The sandhi, if at all it happens with and to form one word, a padam, that sandhi you can't split it.
Okay.
You can't split it. You can't split it. Suppose your son's name is Vinod. Somebody comes and calls you Vinod. Will Vinod like being called that way? Vinod. He will tell you, keep your Sanskrit to yourself. You keep your Sanskrit to yourself. You just call me Vinod. That's what he will say, correct? Don't bring all this to me. You just call me Vinod. That's what he'll say. Although it is Vinod and all that. I don't need all this stuff. He will in fact run away from Sanskrit itself. So that Vinod is one word. And you can't split Vinod into Vinod and all that. Not possible. It's not there in our language. Yeah. Correct. See, Vinod, you look at Vinod and do the X-ray on Vinod and see what happens. Let's see what Kalpadruma says. There may be some Vina and Ud and all, some things might be there, but some derivation might be there. But once it joined, it's like Araldite. It's fixed. Can't remove it. Yeah. Thank you, Narayan. Good questions. Hariji, go ahead.
When I write AUM, I always write Harihi Om. It reminds me all the three states. A is waking state, dream state, and deep sleep state. And I have to attain the fourth state. So that is a constant reminder for me. Leaving aside the grammar of writing, whether it is OM or AUM, it reminds me that there are three states, and at the end I have to attain the fourth state. It is a sort of, what do you say, it is hammering the thing into my brain. It's purely personal.
We lost your audio. We are not listening. We can't hear your audio. Hariji, your audio is gone. Even though you unmuted, your audio is gone. See if you can. Some loose contact is there. So good. Hariji makes a good point. Hariji is saying that if I write AUM, then it's a good reminder for that three states, and who I am really speaking is none of these states, like that he's saying. Correct. Good observation. Suppose you and I were Chinese or something. We were all other people in India who don't know any English. There are many people in India who don't know English. Okay, they are not going to write AUM because they are all English letters. They are going to write it in their own language. How will they write it? Have you seen any Indian language where they have written A U Ma? In Hindi में आप देखा है कि A U Ma करके? I have not seen. In Hindi anybody writing A U Ma. In Tamil, I have not seen anybody writing A U Ma. In Telugu, I have not seen anybody writing A U Ma. I'm just thinking aloud to answer your question. So it's not there. So in English only, somebody has written AUM. Somebody. That person must be an Englishman, because if it can't be, I doubt if that person was originally an Indian, because Indian can't do that. It is not there in our culture to write like this. If it was there, we would have seen it in our languages, regional languages. It is not there. So I will suggest you, if it helps you, go do it. I'm not here to say don't do these things, don't do that. For me also, the fourth state, with writing the way I write home also, I can remind myself of the fourth state. Because jnanam, jnanam is there. And so knowledge is what finally decides. But if it helps you, it's okay. Hariji, you don't, that's what I said. We would be very careful with the Shastra.
I don't
We have
want to
to,
hurt anybody.
no,
Generally,
you
in
are not, no,
external
no, no,
class,
no, no, wait. No, you are not hurting us. I'm saying I don't want to hurt you. It's the other way I'm talking. I don't want to hurt you by saying thou shall not write AUM anymore. Like that, I'm not saying. You are not hurting anybody. I mean, all people are there, they're all smiling. So I don't think they're hurt. So neither am I hurt. So you're fine. Question is good, but that's the answer I'll give you. Okay? You're welcome to say AUM, and it's okay. We will now reinterpret that as OM, and then say, oh, he's talking about OM. Like that, we will say. We will do the back calculation. All
thank
right,
you.
Swapna, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sure.
this is just lighthearted. AURA is aura, right? So Om is AUM, like awe. So I
Are you saying it is
aura. Yeah.
OM?
No,
It becomes
aura.
OM. Yeah, but
So
now if
Om,
you use a,
Om.
it becomes OM. It becomes
Yeah.
OM. Correct. Say AU automatic. OM. Australia. Not Australia. It is Australia. If it were Australia, then I will say OM. But AUM is, that means what?
Wow.
That means what? I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
But it's very
light-hearted, like we
interesting
say.
why no, I've seen Indians use like we know, you and I know a person who named their son Om and they write it as AUM. So
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Yeah, so that shows how prevalent it is. That's all.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know what is what. So they have sanctity. They love it. They name their son Om because they know it's not an ordinary word. So
I think the spelling is yeah, maybe, but we've seen Om Prakash, they write OM Prakash like that. But don't know why some people want that 3-letter word AUM.
yeah, our Arjun Sampath's son his name is Omkar. OMKAR. Omkar, like that. So, good. So we did a deep dive on Omkara
Sikhs
today.
also have this prayer, they say Onkar. Ik Onkar. The Sikhs.
They say Ek Omkar.
Ik Onkar, Ik Sapna. They don't say Omkar, they say Onkar.
Omkar. Yeah, Omkar, they say. So, yeah, they say Omkar. Omkar also may be correct because in Sanskrit that Anuswara gets converted into Anunasika. So that Makara, that nasal sound, will take on the nasal sound of the Kavarga. The letter that is following is Ka. Ka, Ka, Ga, Ga, Nga. So that Om becomes Ong, Omkar. So the nasal sound of the Ka it will take. So it's all right. If you follow all those rules, we can see why it happens. Like Shamkar. Shamkar has become Shankar. Nobody says Shamkar.
Yes.
Even though the root is Sham. Sham karoti iti Shankara. That same rule is applied there. They call it Omkar. Good. We'll pause with that. Thank you for all those questions. Nice. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.